I want to go on holiday, but I can't relax because I constantly feel like I have to check in on work and the team. Help me. Okay, so new managers, you might be finding that you're going on holiday or vacation and you can't quite switch off. You're feeling the need to get out your phone, check in on emails, check in the Slack room, make everybody aware that you've checked in, because that's what a good manager does. You want to show them how committed you are, you want to show them how hardworking you are, and you want to show your boss who's either promoted you or employed you that that's why they chose you for the job, because you are committed. However, this can have negative side effects and consequences that you might not see. So first of all, there's the personal side of this. So whilst you're on holiday or vacation, we only get so many of those a year, for example. This might be the one time that you get to spend time with that family member or your own family, your children, your loved one, your friends, or maybe it's the one that you go on holiday alone and you get some time to yourself. It doesn't happen that much, but what those holidays do are they build the memories that then last for years and years and years to come. And when we look back in like 10 or 15 or 20 years, that memory of that holiday will still be there. But that memory of that job will still be there. You'll still remember that you worked at that place, but will you remember the day-to-day things? And the question is, will you regret sacrificing some of the memory building over here because you checked in at work? Now, some of the negative consequences that this can have within the professional environment are, if you're not able to go on holiday and take a step back, it might show people that actually maybe you haven't been able to prioritize that well. If you prioritized differently before you went away, which you need to check in whilst you're now on holiday, for example. Another thing to think about is time management. Now, you might be really good at time management. You might be really good at prioritizing. But what's happening is when you're not there, your boss and your team are seeing you check in, but actually it might be showing a slightly different version that you're not meaning to show, and that's actually maybe not a true reflection of actually who you are either. So you need to think about your own brand as well when you go on holiday. How do you want people to perceive you whilst you're not there? It can also make your team think that you don't trust them, and trust is the foundation for anything that you want to do at all with that team. So if you're able to take a step back and say, you've got this, then they'll feel more happier, they'll feel empowered, they'll have more autonomy to do things whilst you're not there, which ultimately allows you to build those better memories too. It also sets an expectation as well that, are you expecting everybody else in your team to be checking in whilst you're on holiday? Now, if you're sitting there going, oh no, of course I'd never expect them to check in whilst I'm on holiday, inadvertently, by you doing that, that might be setting the expectation with them. Maybe they're sitting there wondering, have I got to check in whilst I'm on holiday? Oh, I better sign in quickly and make sure that project's okay. Like, you have to have a think about what that looks like to the rest of the team too. You need to lead by example. Something that can really help you with going away is handover notes. They're really simple, and it can really help just get everything out of your head and down into a document that you can give to your team. So I would recommend that you start these about 1 to 2 weeks before you go, so you've got plenty of time. You don't want to be just sharing them with the team the day before you hop on a plane somewhere. You want to give them a couple of days before, 4 days, maybe 3 days. They've got time to look through them, ask for any clarifications, or even maybe mention, oh hey, that thing that you've mentioned on here, I don't think I'll be able to do that, or I thought so-and-so was doing that. So you can just have that clarity. Now with handover notes, you might decide that you want to make 2 separate versions. One might be for your own manager, which might go into a different level of detail. It may cover slightly different things. Maybe there's certain risky projects they need to be aware of, for example, or it's things that you would usually bring up in your catch-up meeting with them, or questions that they would ask that you want to already answer. So you might have a slightly separate document for them, but that's okay. You can do that too. And then with your team, you can have things in there of like what you're expecting whilst you're away. And this could be this project over here, these people are working on that. Now they might have been the people working on it for the last 3 months, but just reiterating that, hey, that's your project, I'm taking a step back, this is all for you now. That gives them that autonomy, it gives them that accountability. And you can even leave room in your handover notes as well for notes when you return. So instead of coming back to like 10,000 emails and Slack messages, you can go straight back into that handover document and see all the things that were in your head in the document and what was done about them whilst you're away. Ask your team to update this before you get back. It will get you up to speed like that when you return. By setting these boundaries, it will allow you to go away on vacation and holiday a lot easier. Now, it might take a little bit of practice. It might be that you do it on one break where you're already going away for like 3 days, for example. Building this up over time becomes more and more natural. The team understand what happens when you go away, and it just makes everybody happier. If you found this useful, don't forget to like and follow me, and also check out my new manager course at newmanagercourse.com, where you'll find it jam-packed with over 10 years of senior leadership experience to help you become a more successful and confident manager.